right? Okay, so now we go to the next one. Okay, usually when I'm not sure whether you notice or not, when every time we buy any electrical experiences, right? So there will be the label on the box itself. Okay, example, example, let's say about the bulb. Okay, so if you're in your house, still keep any container of the any electrical devices, experiences at your house, example the bulb, right? So usually on the label of the product itself, it will mention here. Let's say you mention here 18 watt, 18 watt. Okay, 18 watt. And if you read at the explanations here, the detail of the product, it's also mentioned that you must apply with the power supply 240 watt. Okay, for this question, when it comes in SPM, it may show in the diagram like this. There is a bulb provided, and the power rating of this bulb is 240 watt and 18 watt. Okay, it will give you the information like this. And then after that, okay, here is a power supply. Power supply. Okay. So this label, power rating label for this example is very important. Okay, because in the textbook, I think they're not really discussed about this. In the reference book, I'm not very sure. Okay, because a long time I didn't refer to reference book already. Okay, but anyway, I noticed that this one is very important in SPM past year. Okay, quite often come up. Okay, when the question gives you like the labeling power rating like this, 240 watt and 18 watt. Okay, first one, you have the answer. What is the meaning of this power rating 240 watt and 18 watt? And this question is one of the popular questions in past year, right? Especially in essay. If I'm not wrong, in the past 15 years, and this asked 2 or 3 times already. I repeat again, what is the meaning of 240 watt and 18 watt power rating as given? Try to respond. What's the meaning of this 240 watt and 18 watt? How are you going to answer? Structure question. Anyone would like to try? The question is only asking, what is the meaning of this power rating label 240 watt, 18 watt? Okay, come. I'm waiting for the answer. Hello, are you still in front of the screen? Anyone want to try? Okay, Nunu Hachika, you want to try? Okay, come. Okay, my connection got problem, is it? You can't hear clearly. Can you hear clearly? Okay, so then I have to change because today actually I'm sitting inside the room, so maybe the connection is not strong, so that's why I don't know. Is any connection not strong? Please let me know. All right, so Chai Jiaxuan, okay, answer already. Need an electrical input of at least 240 watts to use 18 joule per hour. Is it okay? So I don't want to comment your answer correct or not. Okay, when you answer 18 watt per hour, is there any correction you want to make? just now I think I mentioned many times already, right? So 18 watts, 18 watt actually is the how much? Is the 18 joule per second, not the 18 joule per hours, huh? Okay, so per second, yes. All right. Okay, so already my connection I think got problem. So next time I had to back to my living room already. Right. Okay, so anyway, okay, listen. I think you still can listen, right? So maybe I received the message a bit slow because of the connection problem. Okay. So for sure, if you try to answer, okay, the definition or the meaning of the this power rating, if you say so like this, when the power supply is 240 watt, the power is 18 watt, then you get 0 mark. Because if you say so, you only Google Translate. You tell the people 240 watt power supply and the power will be 18 watt. Right. So if you say so, you wouldn't get any 1 mark. Okay, so the correct way is like the Nuru Hachika answer. When the device connected to 240 watt of voltage, the energy consumed in every 1 second is 18 joule or 18 joule electrical. Ah, who is talking? Who is talking? Is there anyone studying with the youngest brother at the side? Puan Rara. Okay, I see, I see. Okay, welcome to our class. All right. Okay. So just now is your daughter talking, is it? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So repeat again, So when you answer, okay. Right. So when you answer, you can refer to the Nurul Hachika answer. When the device is connected to 240 watt of voltage, 18 joule of electricity. So change this electricity into the electrical energy. 18 joule of electrical energy. Rara, you haven't closed your mic. Let me see who's on the mic. Yeah, I tried to open the lock. I think maybe the signal is blocking. So you wait for a second. Alright. So okay, actually why the today connection not that good because I forced to come into the room because now my wife actually having her own chemistry class with a student on the living hall. So I have to let the living hall to her. If not, then later on our class will disturb by each other, just like two teachers teaching in the same class. Right. So that's why I have to force them into the room. So hopefully the connection is not that bad. Okay. Okay. So I repeat again. First one you have to know is the meaning of this power rating label. Okay, I repeat again. Please copy down. Okay, it's very important. Okay. Once you have this power rating labeling, the first thing you have to know is how to explain the meaning. The meaning is just like the Nuru Hachika suggested. Okay, when the device is connected to 240 watt of voltage, the energy consumed in every 1 second is 18 joule. Every 1 second is 18 joule. Right. Okay. So this is the first thing you have to know. Right. Get it? Okay. So the next one you have to know is why, how to use this information. Okay. Next one you're going to know is how to use this information. Okay. When you're provided the circuit like this, actually it tells you the one very important information is okay, this bar have a one constant value. This part have a one constant value. With this power ratings provided, then you should know one very important constant value of this bar. May I know what is that constant value? Anyone know what is the constant value? Is very important that we should know. Okay, we should know from the power rating provided. Okay, if it's still a bit confusing, now I tell you why we must know the constant value. Okay, if you go back to the previous definition of this power rating, as I told you, you can refer to the Hachika Rajasthan answer, which is when the power supply is 240 watt voltage. Power supply, power supply from the source is 240 watt voltage. Then the energy consumed every 1 second will be 18 joule. That is the meaning. So for this definition, you should know that if I not supply 240 watt, then the energy consumed every 1 second, for sure it will be changed. Right, I repeat again. This 18 joule per second, you will only get when you supply 240 watt. So if you not supply, if the supply is not the 240 watt, definitely you will get either more than that or less than that for the electrical energy every 1 second. So that's why from here you must get what is a constant value if the supply not the 240 watt. Example from the previously I supply here 240 watt. Then the energy consumed every 1 second will be the 18 joule. So now if I change to 120 watt, so what is the power? Means what is the energy consumed every 1 second? So this one, the power, when you supply, the power will be 18 watts. So it means that it's 18 joule per 1 second. So now, if I supply 120 watt, I want to know how much is the energy for every 1 second. Right? How much energy for every 1 second? That's this one. It will be let you know there's a one constant very important to apply. 9 watt. Is this 9 watt? Am I going to give you such a easy question? Right. So the 9 watt definitely the answer is wrong. 9 watt definitely answer is wrong because it won't function. Okay. So let me tell you whether it's function or not. I think you do have the experience. Example, the torchlight. Okay. So maybe now long time you don't use the torchlight already because everyone using the torchlight from handphone. Okay. So if you really have experience before you have a handphone, you use the torchlight. When you supply the new battery, the torchlight, the bulb, the lighting, the brightness of the light is considered the normal brightness. Normal brightness. Okay. But when you use the old battery, you see less energy, so the voltage supply will be less. You see the brightness of the bulb still remaining the same. Right? You will notice the brightness of the bulb actually is reducing, right? It's less than the new compared to new battery. So it means the energies consumed in every 1 second will be reduced because the water supply is less than the original one. Okay. So here, just today you understand, even the supply is not same as a power rating, the device it may still able to work. Okay, but only thing is the energy consumed will be less. So if you apply on the bulb, so the brightness will be less. If you apply on the electrical motor, it may still able to rotate to working, but the speed will be reduced. The speed will be less, right? So it will become slower and slower, just like your portable fan, okay, dischargeable battery fans. So when the battery getting low power, so the speed of the fan will getting slower, right? So right? You will notice you have the discharge of battery right? Less than the power rating required of the original for the normal working, right? So anyway, there's a case, means that the bulb is still light up. But I just want to know how much is the energy consumed in every 1 second, or we say how much is the power itself. But many of you respond 8 watt, right? Sorry, 9 watt. Answer is not a 9 watt. Okay, I think this one I already gave you warning before in the previous class. If you recall back, I told you so before this. Do not simply apply any ratio. Remember? I told you before, do not simply apply any ratio unless you know the ratio is equal to what constant value. So now you see, you get 18, you get 9 volt answer because you know that when the V1 240 watt, you get the P1 equal to 18 watt. After that, when it reduces into the V2 120 watt, and then you straight thought that V2 equal to 9 watt. Because of what? You thought is multiply 0.5. And then here also multiply 0.5. You thought they are the linear or call it linearly proportional. You apply this one. You apply V1 over P1 equal to V2 over P2. So that's why you have this 240 over 18 equal to 120 over 9. Over P2. That's why you get the P2 is equal to 18 over 240 multiplied 120. Then you get 9 watt. So this calculation, sorry to say so, this calculation is wrong. That's the reason why I say the answer 9 watt is wrong. If you really apply this calculation, either V1 over P1 equal to P2 over P2, or either you apply P1 over V1 equal to P2 over V2. So I want to know both actually equal to what constant value? Both actually equal to what constant value so that you can get this relationship. What constant value? What constant value that you get? Then only you get this relationship. Okay? If you still not understand my question is, look at the Pascal principle. Pascal principle, we apply F1 over A1 equal to F2 over A2 in the Pascal principle. Why we can apply so? Because it's equal to constant pressure. Because we have the P equal to F over A. When the P is constant, so that's why we can apply F1 over A1 equal to F2 over A2 because both will equal to constant pressure. Who's mic on again? Let me check. Whose mic is on? Or you want to say something? All right, okay, off already. All right, okay, so that's why we can apply F over A. But now you apply this V over P or P over V. Actually, how you get this relationship? How you get this ratio equal to constant what? Try to think about it. Okay, electrical current. Electric current is constant value. Is it electric current is constant value? Okay, so now we discussed about this. Is it electric current is constant value or not? So we go back to our previous definition of electric current. How to define electric current? Electric current is the rate of the charge flow, right? The rate of the charge flow, right? The rate of the charge flow. So the where is the charge coming? Where is the charge creating the energy? If from the source, right? If from the electrical, from the power supply. So when the power supply have the less voltage, do you think that electrical current was still remaining the same? Right. Electric current even remaining the same because electrical current will be less, will be increased, depends on the power that you have. The higher power you have, then will be released more charge. Then you will have a higher current. Less power supply that you have, then you will release less charge. So the less electric current they will get. Right. So that's why, okay, suggestion as your suggested resistance of the device. Yes, that's the correct answer. Resistance of the device. Resistance is the one constant. Okay, resistance is the one constant. Why we change the power supply, resistance remaining constant? Still remember what you have learned in your 2.2 Ohm law, right? Resistance depends on what? Resistance of the device depends on what? Go back to your previous 2.2. Resistance of the devices, it depends on length of the conductor, depends on cross-sectional area, depends on type of the material, depends on the temperature. So now, come back to our question. When I change the power supply, am I change the bulb? The bulb design change or not? Is it the length of the tungsten wire, tungsten filament in the bulb change or not? The material I change or not? So the bulb is still remaining the same bulb, right? The bulb still remaining the same bulb. Means the physical design of the bulb inside doesn't change. So that's why the resistance of the bulb is still remaining unchanged. The resistance still remaining unchanged. Okay, so now, since the resistance is a constant, try to relate. How to relate all these three quantities together? Resistance, voltage, and the power. Okay, resistance, voltage, and the power. How are we going to relate these three quantities together? Is there any formula that we can apply to relate all these three quantities together? Any idea? Yes, P equal to V squared over R. Yes, you are right. Okay, very fast. P equal to V squared over R. So it means V squared over R is equal to P. So change a bit, rearrange, we have the V squared over R over P will equal to R. And this R is a constant R. Okay, so what we are going to apply, we apply to make sure the constant R that we apply, then V squared, V1 squared over P1, it must equal to V2 squared over P2. Then it will always equal to our constant R. So you are not applying V1 over P1, V2 over P2. You should apply V1 squared over P1, V2 squared over P2. Because only this relationship is being to the one constant value, which is the resistance of our device. It should be constant. So now please do calculation again for the question just now. We have the V1 240 volt, right? Our V1 240 volt, and then the P1 is 18 watt. So the V2 changed to 120 watt. So how much is the P2? So you will get 4.5 watt. Okay, it's 4.5. Yes, thank you. Right, so there is a second importance that you must know, which is when the power rating provided, right? When the power rating provided, first one example, okay, I repeat again with the example here, 240 watt, 18 watt. The first one you have to know is the meaning, right? So the definition, the meaning itself. Okay. So the second you have to know is the constant. Okay, constant R. Okay. Okay, so the constant R. Okay, how to get this constant R? By the R equal to V squared over P. So from here, this one is a P, here's a V, so that's why V squared over P, you will get the constant R of the bar. Okay. And then the last one. Okay. So when the supply change, it will affect the power, right? When supply change, so you're going to apply this one, V1 squared over P1 equal to V2 squared over P2, right? It is very important for you. Okay, because the same question every year when I give to the students, no matter you are already covered the topic by your tuition teacher or what, at the end, I will get the same answer as your responsive sound from the beginning, like what? Okay, you are too overconfident until you simply apply formula without knowing why you apply the formula and whether you can apply the formulas on or the equation. So now I hope you learned the lessons. Next time when you apply any relationship or any ratio calculation, make sure you know they are related linked to what constant value. Then only you can apply it, right? So do not simply apply. Okay. Before that, okay, so I give you the attendance link first. I forgot. I scared that I forgotten. Right. So I'm sending you the attendance list and attendance link. So please sign out attendance. Or you can do it later also can. Right before end of the class. Right. So someone, Zhu Jiaxuan, okay, sign out, get the link straight left already. All right. Okay, so now the last part of the chapter two, last part of the chapter two is the energy efficiency. Okay, this one it just repeat again exactly what you learned last year chapter two, right? Efficiency, right? Just only the additional here to let you know example here. To calculate the efficiency of a device is we must know what is the useful power output or the unwanted power. So example, okay, we use the bulb. Basically, we need the brightness, we need the light. We don't want the heat, right? So that's why the energy loss is the heat. It costs our device efficiency less. Okay, so from the information that we have, we're going to do the calculation to find the efficiency, right? So which is the output power divided by input power multiply 100%. So this correction here multiply 100%. Okay. And other than using the power, we also can use the energy. Okay, energy output over energy input multiply 100% also can get the efficiency. Okay, so please practice with the questions that in your module. All right, there's a question in the module. So today I think I'm going to release you early. Okay, because I just want to finish the chapter two for the lesson today. So since, unless you have any question to ask before we finish the lesson by today. Okay. Then later on by today also or by tomorrow, I will leave some quiz and homework in the classroom. Right. So please do the homework before we have the discussion with the some of the problem solving for chapter 2. I'm not going to start the next chapter yet, okay, for the next lesson. Next lesson, we'll focus on the problem solving, okay, whatever the other question in the past year, okay, or the SPM format, okay, for the chapter 2. So, means you're waiting the homework that I released to you, first one. Second, please take your time, go through again the whole chapter 2, okay, prepare for our next discussion on the problem solving for the total on focus on the chapter 2. Okay. So if anyone have a question, you may ask the questions now. If not, I think the lesson for today just finish here. We can dismiss already. Be able to sign up your attendance. Right, please sign up attendance. Okay, please these 2 days, please go through again the whole chapter 2. Prepare for our next lesson for the problem solving discussion. Right, so enjoy your lunch. Maybe some of you is a brunch, I don't know. Right, okay, welcome. Right, please sign up your attendance.